you go. And also, there we go. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello. Is this part of the music a reimagining of the Undertale theme? It is. Well, not the Undertale theme, but his theme. His theme. It is my theme, but it is also a little bit of his theme. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Musica, congrats on being first. And Rev, hello. Rev, you don't even need to spend points to say hello. You can just come over, you silly goober. And Fessy, hello. How are you? We're a little... Wait, first of all, before I say anything. Hello there. Hello there, Streak, my little streaking king. That... No, you are my little streaking king. Okay, hi. Also, Mikey, hello. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were not Musica for a moment because your names are very similar looking on my screen. Hi, Mikey. Hello. How are you doing? Got back from a wonderful holiday weekend with friends last night. So much fun, so much good food. My heart is happy. Aw, I'm happy to hear that. And Ziggy, hi. Hello. Good, yeah, my heart is a little bit sleepy because we've been outside for quite a bit today. But also, it bears mentioning that we have been outside. And that does my heart good. You know, I got my little Rev over here. And my little Rev is a lovely little goober. Very, very cuddly. Very sweet. And it's, you know, it's really nice to spend time with someone you vibe with so much. It's really, yeah, it's really healing. Especially after, like, we have been outside like a lot. Like a good 9 hours combined over the last 2 days. So that's pretty good. I will say that's pretty damn good. Yeah. We walkies. We did. Like Christopher, we did the walkies. Now, outside was visited several times today. Oh gosh, several times. I'm a little scared to ask. Why are you so upset about that? Why do you seem so distressed? Yeah, especially, yeah. So like, I have kind of an idea for a suggestion for a subject. An idea for a suggestion for a subject? Yes, I have kind of an idea for a subject. Maybe even a suggestion. For today. Because Friday was not a good day. Friday was very much not a good day. And it has reasons that... It has many reasons. A complex of reasons. But I don't want to talk about all of those. But there is some fertile ground there for introspection about certain things. Twice to and from work, the one to more when picked up lights, then 1, 2 more when picked up lights, 2 more when dropped off lights, and even 2 more when delivered the mustard. The mustard. The fabled mustard. I don't know what this means actually, but it sounds very important. So yeah. Yeah, if anything's been on y'all's minds recently that you would like to discuss, please go ahead and tell me and share it with the class and stuff. I'm glad you mustered the strength to do it. Very good, very good. Yeah. So on Friday, I had a stream. You might have noticed that I streamed on Friday for quite a while. Also, that also was a thing, very much so. Yeah, it was one of those days where my brain did a thing that I'm not very happy about, and I don't want to talk too much about it. But yeah, like, not too long after the stream started, something happened where my brain was like, heck, everything sucks, everything is bad. But like, I didn't want to just stop the show for it, you know? And I was just kind of like, okay, well, gonna power through this, it's fine. And then, you know, it was, I don't know, Outer Wilds was just kind of cursed for me. Because, like, I beat the game twice. And both times, there was something going on that, like, really got me down at the dumps. To the point that I couldn't be quite emotionally present for some really emotional moments. Like, the parts of the game that really makes the game stick with people and makes them, like, really rabid about it. Because it's so important to them. And I was just never quite emotionally available for that because every single time, well, both times, 2 for 2, something happened and my brain was just not in it. My mind, my heart, my soul. And yeah, something that I noticed is that, like, when I'm stressed like that, well, when something like that happens, then it's hard to defend against, like, little needle pins and needles, like little tiny moments that might lower your mood, you know? It's just when you're predisposed by some event like that happening, then, like, everything else that happens after that just piles on top of that and gets like amplified. Your brain says, everything sucks, nobody likes you, and then, like, these tiny things happen and they just add to the stress state, add to it, and if you don't take a moment to, like, really collect yourself, to really take a break to like compose yourself, you just never get the ability to like relax a little bit, to lower that stress level. That is one thing. I should have been more mindful of my emotional state and pulled the brake when I realized that was happening, you know? And also I realized that, like, when I'm stressed in that sense, I get worse and worse at thinking. Hi there, Grace. Now, thank you for that. That's like, I could notice that, like, throughout that playthrough, like, there were these little tiny pokes at me, telling me, like, hey, go on, you're supposed to know this, go on, it's not that hard, go on, you know, just let me poke you in a little direction here, look. And I was like, you know, I was not really able to process those properly. I was not in a mindset where I could take, like, these little 2-word sentences that were thrown my way and be like, what do I do with this now? What associations do I have with this set of words? How could this push me in the right direction to figure out this conundrum? Instead, it's just like, is that person backseating? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. Anyway, my brain just was not flexible anymore. My brain was not able to like really dance around. Like when you need to really figure out a problem like that, as like a complex situation, which I guess, you know, Outer Wilds counts as, you need to have a certain degree of, like, I guess, freedom in your mind, right? Your mind needs to be able to freely bounce between things. And yeah, I guess one thing that can happen is that, like, maybe you're too tired, there's just no energy for the bouncing, and then that doesn't happen. But I guess another thing is that, like, when you're, at least when I'm stressed like that, I guess what happens is that, like, there's just no willingness, there's just no ability to, like, really move beyond, like, this little, like how do I put this? It's like a kind of bunched together feeling, like when you're pulling all your arms and legs together, you're just making yourself into a little ball to protect yourself. I think that kind of also happens, like, in the mind. Like, you feel under attack in some way, and it makes you feel less free to just act, to just let the mind wander, take a moment and just smell the roses, and yeah, an inflexible mode of thinking, yes. Also, Nickspeak, hello. Dami, hello. And Steel, hello. Thank you for the cat package. You know what? I have a mod. Dear Rev, could you maybe look for my bottle and bring it to me? That would be sweet, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the posture check and the incoming hydrate. Thank you. Yeah, like, I think, I don't know, that's at least my experience with Friday. Like, looking back, there was such a moment where, like, I look back and I think, like, why could I not think of that? It's water. It's tea. It's tea. So it's leaf water. Leaf water and tiny water.
It's water with leaf water.
Thank you. This is wonderful. I'm very happy with this arrangement. Alright, let me take a sip. Alright, yeah, Rev is, unfortunately, it's best for us that Rev is in another room, because, like, I need to have my headphones on, because I think otherwise, like, the sound would interfere, and, like, you know, yeah, Rev wants to also hear the music and the TTSs and the stuff. Yeah, so, yeah, that's the stuff that I would like to, I never know a good word for this. Hang on, let me find the good word for this. What is English for thematisieren? Thematisieren. Address?
To thematize.
Thematize. Really, that's a word. To thematize. Okay. Thematize, I guess. Let's go. Also kind of shy, but she's a little bit gay. Yeah, what, that is something I would like to thematize. That's a lie, it's probably a bigger bit. It's, you know, it's all relative. Just, you know, a little bit can be very big if you're very big. I'd like to have a femur dice. That is a thing that Musica said. Why would you like femur dice? I recognize that is a pun on thematize, but also, I As someone who can't eat an animal that still looks like the animal that it was before it died, I cannot imagine myself having dice made out of bone without thinking, wow, this used to be part of a living creature. You know? Also, I feel like that would probably be not a very balanced die. If it's made out of bone? Because like that... Bones are organic, like they wouldn't be very uniform in their weight, right? Anyway, hi. So, yeah, that's also, hang on. Fessy said a thing. Oh, and I got a bat. It was basically top of my wish list and my friend didn't even know when they got it. It's a warm lavender plush bat. Ah, a plush hat. A plush hat? A plush hat. A plush hat. Would a plush hat be like a hat made out of plushy material? Or would it be like a plushie of a hat? I think both things exist. Definitely. A lavender plush bat with a heatable heart. You can put in it, so it's warm and cuddly. Aww! Oh, that is really nice. Aww. And yet another friend got me a really nice bat necklace. Aww. A bat necklace. Yeah. Oh man, that is a cool idea. Are they like hanging upside down, like they're sleeping? That is really cool. I like that. Yeah. So, subject. Nice. Yeah. Like, how do we turn that into a subject for introspective art? Dealing with stress. Can I put you below my Christmas tree? I don't know if you can. First of all, you would have to acquire me. Okay, wait. It depends on what you define as me. Since Teiyu is a VTuber, I am a VTuber. And thus, if you print me out, that is basically an aspect of me. If you print out a picture of Teiyu, that is a little bit of Teiyu, right in your hands. You could also buy my stickers at something, I forgot the URL. But they exist. I really need to make a command for those. My plans include multiple crimes such as home invasion. Oh, well then. Well then I don't know if you can. That depends entirely on your means. On your means of travel. And your ability to extract the knowledge of my whereabouts. Something, I forgot the URL. Got it, yes. So, yeah, how do we... Dealing with stress? Is that a thing? Evil Miara, hello. Everyone remember to be very nice to Teiyu. We need to preserve our Christmas meal. You know, I guess... Hello, Supa. I guess considering the VTuber thing, you could also eat... You could 3D print a Teiyu and eat it. And it would be a Teiyu. That is correct. Thank you for the affection. Do you like Portal? I like Portal in concept. I have never played it. But I do enjoy what it does. And what it brought to the landscape of media. Also known as the media landscape. Hi there, Wusky fan. Hello. Vibe check. I asked up because of the hello sign. Oh yeah, I don't know. I should look into how to make a redeem like cycle randomly through a selection of sounds. Cause like, hi Nay, hi, hello, how are you doing, lovely? The femur dice. I'd expect that we'd already have cybernetic enhancements, so can replace my lame bone femurs with metal ones, so could turn the organic ones into dice. Metal as heck. Draw stuff for my birthday.
Teyu, do you enjoy a nice garlic saute with Brussels sprouts on the side and a garnish of orange slices?
Wait a second.
No reason.
Hang on. Is today your birthday? Nay, is today your birthday? I forgot what it was. It was 20 something. Yes? Oh my god. Nay! Nay, happy birthday! So, I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I'm really bad at dates! Everyone, check out my lovely friend Nay. She is very wise and smart and kind, with a very different vibe from mine, but you know, that's a beautiful thing too.
Mango just got here. Mango's not worth anything for me yet.
Hey
What?
Taiju, I've prepared a warm bath for you full of potatoes and fragrant herbs and spices. Just step into this comically large cauldron.
Why you guys like this? Happy birthday! Oh man. Heck. You know what? Let me get back to you on that. I think after stream I might sit down and try to scribble you something. If that's okay. Hang on. So, blah. Suddenly a lot is happening in chat. You do enjoy a nice garlic saute with Brussels sprouts on the side and a garnish of orange slices. No reason I don't know, I've never had it, honestly. But makes me wonder, as a VTuber who can be like infinitely split up, copied, do I like also experience what the copies of me do? Huh. I guess not. Or maybe... Maybe Teyu, the concept does? And I as like the host, the wellspring of Teyu-ness, don't experience everything, but maybe Teyu as a creature does? I'm not sure. I just make the Teyu. I'm not necessarily the entirety of it. You know, every one of you has a little Teyu inside of him. Don't misconstrue that. Like, I don't know what they're up to. Don't worry about it. Ghost, give me that ghoul. That ghoul. Give me ghoul. Right. The gimme ghoul. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Which one is it? I heard a little Teyu inside me. Yeah, you got a little Teyu inside of your brain, and that Teyu is a little shit. And, you know, that is valid. And then there's another person who has a little Teyu inside their brain, and that Teyu is just the most innocent little bean. Thank you for that, Rev. And I'll pull him out and spin him around. Yeah, you know what? That is also very fair. You got any plans for Christmas 2025? Well, it might surprise you to hear that Christmas 2025 is not too far off. And yeah, I'm gonna be visiting my mom. Hi, Dale. I'm gonna be visiting my mom, and yeah, that's basically it. I guess we're gonna play the Claire Obscure DLC together. So that's cool. I guess I might as well tell y'all about my other plans. I'll come back like on Friday or Saturday next week. So we'll still have Introspective Art next week. And it'll be about, you know, finishing up this year. Like, looking back, reflecting on what has passed in the past year. Which for me is gonna have a very strong taste of like, good riddance. Time to exercise this shit and start anew. Try for something better. Because this year has kind of sucked for me in a lot of ways. It has also been very good in a lot of ways. And I need to take those good parts and cherish them and like really hold on to them and like what am I saying? Like take my watering can and like really make them grow, make something out of them, you know. Teo exists once per viewer. He is copied and distributed to us. They are a hive mind. I don't know. I think every one of them has their own mind. Because I'm a meme. I'm a mind virus. The woke mind virus. Anyway, yes, I'm alright. I'm alright. Thank you, Del. My brain is just a tired Teo on a hamster wheel. Aw. A little Teo. She's going like You're not alright? Aw, super, what is wrong? Do you want to talk about it? Also, Rex, hello. Family visits for the holidays are nice. Yeah. I wish I had more of a family. You know? My family is very... what was the word? Like... I can't think of the word. Like, for something that is, like, split apart. You know? They're very split apart. That is the point. I think the idea of Teiyu is comfy and nice. Occasionally very vowel-devoury though. Yeah, that can be a family. Aw. That's very sweet. You do make this place feel like family. I'm really happy to have you here. I'm glad you joined our community. Yeah. Already did through another introspective art. Oh, right. Hey, so it's still that makes sense, you know. That kind of thing doesn't really go away that quickly. Estranged family, well, I don't know if estranged is the right word. I don't know if it's the right word. It's not like, I guess estranged doesn't really necessarily mean like no contact or anything. Hello. Hiyo, AJ. I will be the mother. Oh, you're gonna have to fight for that position with Otis. Although I guess we can have multiple mothers. A family can be like a whole cadre of mothers and one silly dude. I was gonna say Teiyu could call me mommy if you wanted to. Oh my. We'll mostly be lurking because brain tired, but hello. No worries. I appreciate the lurk. It's weird this time last year I was bald and now I'm at Garnet from Steven Universe afro. Hell yeah. Is it like square too? Do you have a square afro? Man, I need to get my freaking motion capture going. Like I keep doing these like hand gestures and stuff, like to show a square. No, oh, okay. I'm sure it's still a beautiful afro. Squafro, yes. What does estranged exactly mean? Hang on, let me look that up. Estranged definition. No longer close or affectionate to someone, alienated. Oh, Yeah, okay. That does make sense. Yeah, we've never... Our family has... I guess never is not the right word. I guess it probably kinda started when my mother started looking for other partners, because she already didn't want to be a part already didn't want to be together with my father, like, by the time I was born. so yeah. This time last year I was in a different place. Oh, a different place? And how so? What do you use for VTubing? I use Warudo. Warudo is I don't know if it's better than like Vignon or anything. It would take some real deep comparison, because like I feel like in terms of the actual motion capture and stuff, it has some real weaknesses. I need to freaking talk to Hesper about what she uses. Cause like I can't imagine that she has like the most advanced capture equipment. So, I gotta look into that. The heck? I just got the You Moved seemed similar. I still need to set it up. The way I move? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's a thing that I'm not sure if other VTubing programs have that. Is that like the way you move? It's like the way I have it set up. It's very much like just kind of like a live 2D model, but in 3D, obviously. So it has like all the like default motion, swaying, breathing, and all that, without necessarily needing input for that. So it's just all I'm capturing is my face, and it does the rest automatically. But yeah. So I heard that we're doing introspective art today. Unfortunately, we are short our strongest soldier, but we do still have a great assortment of plucky adventurers. So, yeah. Again, my subject for today would be dealing with stress. The link is not pinned. Oh yeah, that's fine. But I can put it up right now. I tend to put that up around the time that I start like explaining what we do, or the timer started. Oh yeah, we can do it right now. Yeah. Another interesting one would be family, I will say. I want to eat the pin, I was getting hungry. Okay. I guess I'll have to repin it then. Yeah, another interesting would be family. Like, that's a relevant subject for the holidays. A lot of people struggle with their families. And yeah. It'll be interesting, I will say, yeah. What do you guys think? Any other suggestions? Suggestions. That's a word I need to practice. One of those words that really gets into all the word stuff, the pronunciation stuff that I struggle with. Though maybe not as much as, what was the other thing? Synthesize. What's the topic? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Actually stressing so hard right now, I'm wondering if I should even listen to ideas about lessening stress. Why? What are you stressing about? Also, why would listening to ideas about lessening stress make it worse? Why would that be a bad idea? When in doubt, soup? Well, no. I can't afford soup right now. My brain is usually soup. I need to be focused right now. I need some solidity in my head. No. I'm probably burned out from what I can tell. Got some medical issues that seem to stem from stress, and I'm worried it might be permanent damage. Oh dear. Yeah. That is... Is that a thing that can be permanent? I mean... Well, I guess it's something that you can't fully, like... You know, it's one of those, what's the word? Entropy situations, where you can't really restore the brain to where it was before, but like, I think it's... I'm not sure if it's possible to get such stress damage that you'll never be able to relax again, you know? But yeah. I don't know, I don't think it would be a mistake to approach the subject, but maybe, hope it's okay if I post my art in the next few days. I'm really tired. Aw, don't worry about it. You take care of yourself first, okay? No brain soup, even though it would be kind of cute, also kind of horrifying to have Teiyu head bowl full of soup. Yes, probably. Also, yeah, double shift sounds kind of criminal, honestly. That doesn't sound like something that should exist. Merge time Teiyu head bowl? I disagree. I veto that idea vehemently. One option might be reframing stress as excitement. It may not work in all situations. Yeah, I think that one... It might... I mean... It's not unrelated, like, excitement is a form of stress. It just happens that, like, usually what we think of as excitement is what is called in, like, psychology and stuff, eustress, like EU stress, as in good stress, the opposite of distress. So it's like, you know, your brain is like firing on all cylinders, but it's, you know, it's enjoyable. It's like, hey, we're being productive, we're doing things. But yeah, when you're distressed, then having it suggested to you that you should reframe it as like, oh boy, we're just excited. I could see that coming across as like really, you know, not something you want to hear in that moment. But the filthy greed calls from the heavens. Ah, I guess it does. And who are we to deny the filthy greed? I feel like one big difference between distress and eustress is probably going to be whether or not it's voluntary. Oh yeah, of course. That's a big one. That's like the thing with, you know, physical pain too. You know, like if someone like hits me and it does that same amount of pain that I just inflicted on myself by punching my arm, it's like, well, the heck, what are you doing? But then it's like, you know, when I'm just doing it to myself, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just doing this and I know it's not going to cause any real damage. So I was like, I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, like the sense of agency, the feeling of having agency over the situation, that's also a big aspect of anxiety management and all. Like when you are, like when you're firmly doing something that you want to do and you are in control and you know what you're doing and stuff, then you can get into a flow state. You can get into that state of like, this is just intense enough to be interesting, but also I don't feel like I'm losing control. But like, yeah, when it's out of your control, as soon as something is out of your control, that facilitates anxiety. Not, you know, the feeling that you're not in control, the feeling that like you're helpless. So yeah. Um, hmm. I guess considering how much we're talking about stress right now, that might be a good subject. Or would you strongly disagree with this one, Miara? Like, I mean, I don't know. I can, personally, I think it would be, generally speaking, a good thing to talk about stress when you're really struggling with stress. But, of course, when it's like really acute right now, when you're really right now struggling with so much stress that it's hard to handle, and you just you just need to like take your mind off of it for a moment, then that's understandable. And this is not the right time, maybe. Okay. See you soon, Del. No. Yeah, what do you think, Miara? Yeah. What do you guys think about the family subject? Does that strongly resonate with anyone? Man, it is a very potent subject too. Family. Like the fact that my family never really felt that much like a family, like a place where I belong, is a big part of, you know, everything that I struggle with right now. Like, I'm just thinking of that right now because, like, you know, Nay invited me to hang out with her community on Christmas in voice chat and stuff, and that sounds really nice. Honestly, it's hard for me to picture myself feeling like part of that family, but I do like the idea of it. And I want to give it a chance. Yeah. Resonates a bit too much in my case. Yeah, it's a rough one. It can be really one that really you know, brings up a lot of trauma. So, yeah, that would be Do I have any like mutuals who are like actual therapists? It's like I feel I should have someone like that for when we actually do the family subject on board. Not that that would help much, because like, I don't know, it's just one of those subjects that like when you dive very deeply into it, like I said, can bring up a lot of trauma, and then like, you know, and that's one of those dangers of, well, I don't want to say dangers. I guess it can be a danger, depending on how you're feeling at the moment. But yeah, it's a bit of a risk of this kind of thing, that like it can unleash some emotions. And of course, you know, when you're just over there on the other side of the monitor, on the other side of this connection we have right now, then I can't be there to help you calm down. And of course, I'm also not really qualified to help you with that, because I'm not a therapist, bears mentioning. Hi there, Alex. How are you doing? Thank you for the headbats. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess, Nyara hasn't, protested too much. So, I guess let's decide on that subject, since also no one else has like really brought up any alternative subjects. So, dealing with stress. Dealing with stress or just stress? Do we make it dealing with stress or just stress? Stress would be a little more open, so you could just like, you know, look inside at your stress and just smack it on the page, on the canvas. Dealing with stress would be trying a more, not necessarily a more positive approach. Could also be the approach of like, hey, look at how bad I'm doing, how bad I am at doing this, you know? But I guess it's less about the feeling and more about the effects of it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, those are two distinct things: the feeling of stress and the dealing with the stress. Okay, you know what? Let's make a poll. Let's make a poll with those two options. Poll. What a draw. Stress as a feeling and stress dealing with it or the effects. No, dealing with it gets the point across better. There we go. Okay. Poll for 2 minutes. Everyone, please make your opinion heard. And also, hello there. Thank you for the follow. Always so dark out at 6 p.m? Well, not always. Apparently, today is supposed to be the shortest day of the year. At least, I don't know. Is that a local thing? Is it just in Germany? Or is it the whole northern hemisphere where this is the shortest day? Winter's scary sometimes, yeah. They stole the sun! Oh, how dare they? Man, you know, there's a surprisingly recurring thing in my dreams. It's not super recurring, but it's so strange that it happened at least twice, maybe thrice, maybe more. That like I had a dream where I was like in the absolute north of the world, and that it was at a point where the moon was so close that you could just like see it swoosh by. Like it was like the size of a, honestly, like how big? Like basically blocking out half of the sky in your vision. That's how big it was in these dreams. And like, I don't know. It's one of those dreams that makes me wonder, like, where does this come from? Is this something that, how does this relate to anything I might have experienced before? You know? I don't know. It should be in the northern hemisphere. Okay. Because it has to do with the inclination of the Earth in relation to the Sun. Alright. It's just predicting my arrival. Oh, I see. Hey there, Dark Moon 2K. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. What does the moon feel like when you have those dreams? It's very, So it's intimidating. But it's not super scary, but it is intimidating, like, holy shit. Whoa. Wow, this is such a strange place. Please don't say mundane. Man. That would have been a lie too, so, you know. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me do that. Alright. Now the thing is, that's right, it's me. Holy shit! Sig! Hi! Hi, hello! It's nice to see you! Wow! 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 If I didn't already see the VIP badge on you, I would have given it to you right now. Hello, how are you doing? I woke up early enough to be in the Sunday stream today. Yay! Ah, that makes me happy. Hello. Oh heck. How the heck are you? How the heck are you? So we have a subject for today, but also we're quickly encroaching on the 1 hour mark, at which point there's going to be an ad, and I do kind of need to pee. So you know what? Let's yap for a little bit before we start the whole thing. Today's subject is stress. How dealing with stress. Dealing with stress, yes. Dealing with stress is le sujet. La sujet? Le sujet? I think le sujet. I hope you're having a good morning. So, dealing with stress. Speaking of stress, hang on. Yeah, you can hear it. Someone's drilling in the neighboring house. How dare they? It's Sunday. That is so rude. I should. Le sujet, thank you. See, that's what you got mods for. To bring you your drinking bottle and to look up French words. Alright. So. God, this drilling is really... Wait, it's not a drill. It's not a drill. It's a not dishwasher. It's a washing machine. A washing machine. It's going like, you know, when it's like drying the clothes. Yeah. Oh heck no! I'm getting really tired. I'm drifting off. No, no. Okay. You know what? Ads are supposed to start in 2 minutes. That means they're going to start in like 3 minutes. Actually, no. You know what? Yeah. Let's. I think I can hear it through stream, but not IRL. Yeah. Right. But okay. It stopped. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes. Yeah. Like I said, today's subject, dealing with stress. So, look inward. Look at like what stress that you've been dealing with recently. Maybe if that doesn't come to mind, maybe some more general idea of like what goes on inside of you when you're dealing with stress. And try to think of something. Try to think of like what that looks like, what that feels like, and yeah. Maybe look at like how you would like to handle it, or you can also, if you're good at handling it, maybe look at how look at how you do that. Or maybe there was a time, maybe there was a singular time where you managed to deal with stress well, and you can hold on to that and try to figure out like what was going on there. How did that feel? How can I recapture that? There's all sorts of ways. So yeah, I'm gonna be right back and try to figure that out for myself too. Okay, and then we have half an hour to draw a thing. Be right back. Correct. Very correct. Oh, hi. You know what? I'm proud of that landing. I think that was pretty cool. Holy shit. I looked back down at my tablet and I was not prepared. Okay, so, this is Charlie. He's very dramatic. But that's just how he expresses himself. And between jump scare, when one day you wake up and you realize you have had a twin all along, and they're on fire. We've all been there. Hashtag relatable. Yep. ってなんだよ。Hello, pig. Oh, look at me. I'm a pig. I'm dead. Look at my rotting corpse. Hello, dummy. How are you doing? I might be dead, but I'm happy. Oh, hello, Rex. Let me just go to somewhere else. Hi, Arax. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Hang on, let me give you a shout out. She is like, I was thinking about this in the shower yesterday, but I can't get it together now. I mean, not in the like. Hang on, hang on. I was thinking about like how to shout you out in the well, you know, not for any other reasons. God damn it. Tummy full, pizza tasty, good, nice to meet, things okay. That was their comment. Aww. That is so pure. Tummy full, pizza tasty, good, nice to meet, things okay. It is. Dr. XCX Baggins? What is it? What does that mean? I mean, I guess it's a Lord of the Rings reference, but like still. Anyway, actually, you know what? Why not make it 2 minutes? Let's go real good. Let's go real good here. 2 minute plank. Let's go. We can do it. I believe in me. What is teabag? Oh right, T-Baggins. I totally didn't make the connection. Dr. T. Baggins. Right, yeah, okay. True love is something that tears apart this feeling of being apart from someone, like this feeling of disconnect from someone else. And it basically means that the other person is basically a part of you. So yeah, that is very valid. Like having someone that you love so dearly, like in just doesn't have to be any kind of romantic way or another way, like, but just being so loving that it doesn't matter to you, like okay, who has the gain or the loss. Hello, I am back. It is me, the bucktail, and I am back. Where's the thing? Here's the thing. Oh, Here. Put that frame away. There's gotta be a setting to not make it automatically start with a frame. Hello back, I'm Dad. I didn't know you came from back, Dad. So, what's up? Dealing with stress. Yeah. Seek, I'm not sure if you've ever actually joined one of these. So you know what? And also we have Dark Moon. So, I like the way you think. Let's do the thing. Let's do the thing where I introduce what we're doing today. Wait, where is it? Here. Art therapy is a way to connect to and explore your deepest thoughts and emotions using art. It can be hard to find the words to really grasp those feelings and get them out there, and art can offer a gentle and safe way to unearth what goes on deep inside. And you might be surprised what you'll find there. You know, sometimes you think you know what something looks like, but then when you sit down to draw it, you realize you actually have no idea. Trying to depict your feelings makes you really have to understand what they are. Doing this in a group setting can provide a healing sense of connectedness and offer up whole new perspectives on your own inner world. I'm not a therapist myself, but I developed an interactive stream concept based on my own experiences with art therapy called Introspective Art, which I stream every Sunday on Twitch and YouTube. You don't have to be a great artist to take part. It's all about the process of expressing yourself and sharing it with others. So come hang out sometime. I should do my character's lighting the way I used to do it there. Just random thing to note. So yeah, we're gonna take half an hour now to draw this sort of thing. Draw like what you associate with dealing with stress. And the stress and the dealing with thereof. The dealing therewith, I guess? Yeah. And yeah. Then there's a link in the pinned comment to share what you drew. We do also accept... Oh hey, hi, hello. Sorry. There was someone on YouTube, hello. Sorry, I hope I didn't miss you for too long. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello. Wow. Yeah. Sorry. that really threw me off balance. Usually there's no one on YouTube for these streams. Hello. Now. Right. So there's a link, which I guess I might as well also copy here. To be sure. Here we are. So you can submit your image there. We also accept poems and stuff. But yeah, visual works better for this. Because it makes you really forces you to approach the thing from a different angle rather than using words. Yeah. Then we take some time to look at each submission and share our impressions, our what it does within us, what it evokes, what we feel when we look at it, to get some sense of connectedness and offer up new perspectives. I'm eating breakfast, so I don't know if I'll crack open my tablet right now, but if I did, I feel like I'm more likely to want to doodle Pokemon instead of introspectively drawing a reflection of my relationship with stress. That feels like going against the assignment slightly. I mean, no one is forced to join. So, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna force you. I'm not gonna force you to do the thing. Yeah. Well, that's really all there is to it. Okay. Now, How much time did we do last time? I guess 40 minutes. Let's go 40 minutes. That was barely enough last time. So here we go. Okay, timer for 40 minutes. Good. Man, the stream is turning out longer than I thought it was going to. Which I'm not complaining about. So, stress. Right. I had an idea. I guess let's start by making a few layers. Put this one on top. Now we got some black. You know what? I have plenty of time. I'm so sure, totally, absolutely sure, that I can actually manage to get some sketching going before I truly start. And that is, of course, a lie. I am very much not sure, but let's try anyway. So here we have head. Very good head. And then here we have other head, also known as heart, also known as body. That is actually not. You don't call body the other head. No one does that. But it'll all make sense in a moment. Yeah, I definitely have to do some sketching for this one. Just figure out how everything fits together. I think that's enough for him, or is it? Not sure. Not sure, actually. Yeah, let's move this down a little bit. Hang on. You know what? I'm gonna look at some actual reference for what I'm trying to draw here. Okay. Like so. I want to look at it again. So, and what? Oh god, why is this so hard? This should not be hard. Uh-oh. My tablet is doing the thing again. Where it's overwhelmed by everything. And doesn't react. Come on. Come on. Oh dear. Really now. Okay, so it does react to this, but it doesn't react to my fingers. That is an issue. Hang on, let me put this away just in case. You know, the tablet is reacting, but Procreate isn't. Let me just close everything. Okay. Just wait for a moment. Yeah, now it takes a while to restore it. Okay. Alright. For now, at least, it does work again. Now, this doesn't really get the point across, does it? Okay. Now we got it. The old classic swirly eyes. Oh, I guess these aren't swirly. What are these? I guess they're kind of swirly. Semi-swirly? What would you describe those as? You'll need to be smaller. Would it be conceited to say that's what she said? Probably. Okay, we got a basis here. There's no way I'm actually going to not just keep this sketch. It started as just trying to figure out how everything fits together. But in the end, this is what's going to be. I don't know, we'll see. We do still have half an hour. So, yeah, it does help. It does help when I actually know where I'm going with the image. That is always an advantage. Also, chat is very quiet today. You guys good? You guys having a good time? Also, Nay. Nay, are you listening? If you're listening to right now, I need to know when you start streaming. Because if it's... Actually, Oh. Is it already that late? I got sidetracked talking to my roommate about art history because Auguste Rodin came up. Ooh, Auguste Rodin. I recognize the name. I don't know much else. Who is that?
Chat is very quiet today. Did you mean Klepo and Yara very quiet today? Foo foo foo.
Foo foo foo. Well, yeah. something indeed. Rodin did The Thinker most famously. Oh, The Thinker. Rodin. The Thinker is a sculpture, right? Right? I think so. Hang on. I think I have time to be just a little bit perfectionist. Sure. Man. Seek, I didn't know you were like into art history. That is really cool. Wow. Several, if not many. Aw. A tier 1 for 6 months in advance. Aw. Thank you so much. Wow, 5 months. 5 months. That is a long time. A several time. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Okay. We got a good 26 minutes left. Let's Actually, hang on. Warp. Let's do the time warp once more. Okay. I forgot to eat. Don't forget to eat. You silly Uber. Everyone out here in chat making jokes about eating me, and then you forget to eat yourself. I mean, not eat yourself. You're not supposed to eat yourself. Don't self-cannibalize, please. That is not helpful. a booger every once in a while is okay. Maybe fingernail clippings. I don't know about how well those digest, honestly, but I don't know. You know, if you insisted, I would not stop you. What? I don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying, you know. Not that I'm recommending it or anything. Booger, I hardly know. Thank you. Thank you for the contribution.
Taiju, just a minute ago a book fell on my head. I only have myself to blame.
Hey? A treasure train just started. Okay. Cool. Love that for me. Come to think of it, man. I was supposed to do a thing. There's 35% savings on one or more gift subs at level 2. Oh, okay. Well, I should... hang on. I was supposed to turn this on in the first place. I guess I have 3 of 7 promos remaining. Okay, I guess there's still gonna be 3 more streams this year, so you know what, that's fine. Treasure chain, let's go. Woohoo! Okay. Now, there's like 23 minutes left. I need to start maybe considering hurrying. Okay. Inkblade? Not Inkblade. Or maybe Inkblade? How does Inkblade feel? Heated up a slice of pizza, good. Remember one thing I said when you had Alpha over? Honest, the best kind of cursed. Wow, I don't remember that. Also, Snowhive, hello. Hello, Snowhive. How are you doing? I'm glad to see that you're doing well, except, well, you know, the whole book thing, I guess. I guess, you know, aside from that part. This is the thing that I really wanted. Am I on the right layer? I am. The right layer is a myth? The white whale. Some artists spent their entire careers chasing after the idea of the right layer, but they never find it. That's like, if there was an artist, a One Piece main character, that's what their story would be about. They joined the Straw Hat crew because they believe that somewhere out there in the new world they will find the right layer. A gold doubloon to whomsoever amongst ye sea dogs who first spot signs of the white lair. Aye, my friend. Hmm. Or I guess it would have been funnier to be like, bah, you scurvy mutt the is tis a folly. I don't know, I'm not good enough with that. Tis a folly. I seriously need to consider getting different earbuds. Mine do not seem to have enough Bluetooth power to communicate with one another through my thick skull. Maybe it's your luscious mane that is keeping the signal from signaling. Does it look better with or without that? I guess it does with. How about that? It is not for thank you, Lucky. Well, thank you for that treasure train, which consisted of 1 sub. Cool. Twitch, why do you keep doing this? Silly goober. Okay, so 18 minutes left, and I'm going to squitch, like so. Okay, so now. I guess? Yeah. Okay. I guess I don't really need more in the head than there already is. Words to live by. And down here is the crux. Let's move this up a little bit. Give it a little bit more space. Of course, then this also has to be moved up. Although, now this is interesting idea, but I think that makes it a little too visually confusing. Although I don't know. You know what? Let's do one of these. Of course, just needs to continue down there. Okay. And then we copy this, paste, and add another one here, which is going to be in a different color. Sure. Why not? Why not? Though maybe let's make this one a little more see-through, translucent, transparent, pachinko. Okay. Now down here. Down here, we do a sketch again. We do a sketch again. For someone like this. The mouse should be wider at the bottom. Not like that. No, no, no. I just used normal headphones, earphones. The earbuds I got sucked way too quiet, and I managed to lose one in 2 weeks. Yeah, that is also a factor worth considering. How likely am I to lose this shit? Time to get a head start on my not like this emote. That emote type has become so much less common. I keep trying to find like something among the emotes that I have access to express this kind of emotion. And it just ain't there. Which I guess means that I have to actually make one, huh? At the very least for myself. That is kind of how I go about choosing emotes to make. Like, which ones do I actually want to use? A wild steelix appears. There's a snowman. A snowman associated with the steelix. I don't know why. That's some kind of event thing. Christmas event, yeah. I like how the weight and bulk on earbuds, the low weight when I'm traveling. The ones that I had before didn't have connectivity issues like this. Oh. You start your Sobble, yay! How do you feel about Sobble? Come to think of it, Seek, how do you feel about Sword and Shield? Just a completely unrelated subject, but like, just try to make conversation. I'm lukewarm on Soul. I think it has the best stage 1 design of the Color Stars, but I dislike its evolution. I like its middle evolution, actually. There's a lot of middle evolutions that a lot of people hate, and I don't know why. Like Thwacky and yeah, that one. What is that middle stage called? I forgot. I forgot. I also forgot where the I forgot meme came from. Like, why did that catch on so much? Definitely came from somewhere. It's not like everyone just collectively decided. Yeah, Fogor is like totally, that's the funny way, the funny way to spell forgot. Never played Swoosh, but I kept up with the decks for it, and my roommate played. I trust her judgment for the most part. I haven't seen much that contradicts what she's described. Before the DLC, I think Swoosh has a lot of good or interesting designs that are severely underbaked. And the overall theme and aesthetic feel very... This game was rewritten like 8 times. Yep. Yep. Very real. Very real. Okay, there's about 6 minutes left. I need to start working on like the everything. So let me just no. That doesn't look quite right. It is not new. It does not look quite right. is better, I guess. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I'll need to catch up on that in a moment. First, I want to make sure that the essential parts are actually done for this. Also Analog, hi there. Hello, hello. So. Essential parts include, for instance, fire. What do I use for fire? That's a good question. Yeah, sure. Alright, yeah. That does look like fire. Nice job, Teo. Thanks, Teo. And back here, we do this. Yes. Okay, yeah. That's looking like something. That's looking like something that it's supposed to be. Which I appreciate. I like when things look like they're supposed to look like. Makes things a lot simpler. Yeah. You know what? Let's have a little fun here. With a smudge. Actually, with the smudge, the turpentine smudge. That's a good one. Yes. Yes, good. Very good. Very good. And then up there, upstairs, we just do a little bit of this. Yeah. Sure. Comme ça? Non. Pas comme ça. Comme si? Comme si, comme ça? Sure. Sure. Let's go. Okay. Ah. Okay. The earbud saga. Hey, Snowhive. Snowhive's Poke Buddy is a Drizzle. I guess I'm not alone in actually liking that one. I still have the pair of noise cancelling headphones I got from my earlier workplace. They never asked to get them back, so I got them. Fair enough. Set with 3 24-inch monitors. Oh wow. Could have gotten new headphones or earbuds as a Crimbus gift from the company I work for, but instead chose a gift card to the Viking restaurant. Ooh. I can imagine you very well at a Viking restaurant. I got JBL T110 earphones. Cheap, they don't get tangled, and I don't hear people around me while I listen to music. Nice. I think Geller's Pokemon designs are much more misses than hits, and its starters are the pinnacle of the traits I dislike in modern starter design. Yeah, I get it, yeah. Where they are characters instead of creatures, like Cinderace is a whole-ass guy with a job. That dude pays bills and has a clear personality and personal history. Compare Venusaur, who's just a creature. Yeah. I find that I did it better in Alola, where like it kind of goes in that direction, but not quite as much. So it's like it's a creature which has a lot of personality, you know? At least as far as I see it. Also, I have even more extensive design beef with Rillaboom because they made the design concept Ape who plays drums, and they gave him a physical drum set that he carries around everywhere, when gorillas are rather famous for part of their body already being a drum. Yeah. Also, I don't want to be overly negative. I want to be comfortable criticizing Gala, but I don't want to needlessly gripe about it. Phalanx and Cover Knight and Cursula are all 11 out of 10 designs. I love Gigantamax Centiswatch, even if I wish it was more full-time one, not a gimmick form. It is true. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there, but also a lot of like very half-baked. So, anyway, that is besides the subject. Let's see. Did we get any? So far, I have one submission. So, if anyone else is working on stuff, I would invite you to hurry the heck up. In my defense, you asked, and I'm incapable of giving answers that aren't 4 paragraphs long. No worries. It's just like, you know, I felt like I should probably, we should probably move on to the actual thing here. Now that the drawing is done and everything. Yeah, you have nothing to defend yourself for. Okay, so now wait. First of all, I'm gonna put this away. Okay. Okay. Angry dude, holding a sign. Haha, no. And bad thoughts, and there's a thermometer. Okay, so this person, there's a certain quality to this art style that gives like, it has this really humorous nature to it, and I kind of dig it. It's humorous, but it's not like it's not like humorous in the sense that it downplays what's going on. It doesn't downplay the emotion. It's actually still kind of emotional with like how rough everything is. Yeah, you can really see the emotion, like the kind of anger, kind of like face is kind of like scrunched up, like. Now, though the text does kinda suggest some of that humorous covering up, like an awkward no, I disagree. I don't wanna, like, totally, you know, make a scene here, but, really not feeling this. But yeah, meanwhile, the thoughts, the actual thoughts are really negative. They really feel like intensely so. Like there's some glowing negativity, some real, feels kind of burning. Also, the fact that there's like two of these frowning faces. Like it's not just the person themselves. It's not just them thinking that they are actually angry. They're like, I guess they feel like there's some animosity between them and the other person that they're talking to too. The thermometer, that's an interesting one. That's something you use to take your own temperature. And in the context of dealing with stress, the first thing that comes to mind is taking your own temperature, you know, to check in with yourself, see like how you're actually doing, which I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to be. You know, it's considering that the temperature is very high. It might just be like an indication that the temperature is very high, but also like just recognizing that with like your own internal thermometer that you use to take your own temperature. That's a valuable skill to have, to be able to notice when that happens. You know, like on Friday, I did not notice that in time. I kept having thoughts about like telling a person like, hey, your comments are kind of stressing me out, but I didn't say it. And I really should have taken a moment to really look like, hey, not having a good time here. I should do something against that. I should say something against that. But yeah, yeah. So, I get the impression, this feels like not wanting to rock the boat, like really being seething, kind of, with anger and with stress and stuff, but not really wanting to show it on the outside, just kind of bottling it up a little bit, which is not the best. But then again, you know, the haha, I'm not sure if it's necessarily masking it, necessarily trying to play it off, but like a little bit of laughter can alleviate it a little bit, alleviate the stress, the anger and everything, but it doesn't seem like it's working here. Got a feeling that the haha no represents some kind of need to be relevant or significant to others, but I'm struggling to connect it with a fever temp. By the way, there's an ad break about to come in, so I guess, I don't know, once the ad starts, I guess I'll just do like a 3-minute break and hope for more submissions to come in, huh? Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. I think that's everything I have to say about this. So, Miseka. Can't think of much else to point out. Although the fact... It doesn't seem like a speech bubble, does it? It really seems like a sign they're holding up. Like they can't even express it themselves. Just kind of have to put it in, put it there as like an object. Which, yeah, that does suggest that it's not real. But yeah, that's 3 minutes.
We're gonna be doing some introspective art. This is a form of, it's something that I adapted from art therapy, which is a form of occupational therapy. Because, you know, we can use art to connect with and understand the way we feel and think about things. Because making art is a series of countless little decisions. So figuring out how to express something, the way we feel about something, which really forces us to tackle how this looks in our minds, and can make it more concrete to give it a form to tackle it with. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't. And it's not about art skills. you.
She is like, I was thinking about this in the shower yesterday, but I can't get it together now. I mean, not in the like. Hang on, hang on. I was thinking about like how to shout you out in the well, you know, not for any other reasons. God damn it. Hey, zin. Let me give shout out to Azin.
All of us are the cringiest of users, and I couldn't be more proud. Less
My
than 3.
penis is hardening.
It's always like every single time is like, why are these words coming out of that model?
Boo 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 stream. Boo 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 stream. Don't mind me. Just taiju noises.
The German TTS was a mistake. I'm taking psychic damage every single time. Okay, let's get back a little bit ahead of time. Hello. I'm really happy with what Musica just said. I really should draw way more. Seems like it's better at expressing my inner thoughts, way better than writing or talking. See? That's what I'm saying. It really, yeah, it's a different way of getting them out there that like doesn't fool you into thinking that you have a better grasp of it than you do. You know? Like, you can say that, like, I just don't deal with the thing. I just don't deal with stress. So that's that. But, like, you get way deeper into, like, the whole mechanics of it by being forced to put it into this kind of form. That was weird. I think I lost audio there for a while. Got it back now, though. Oh, welcome back. I did not get any new submissions. This is our only one so far, so, it's been a long time since we had this little engagement. If anyone is still working on something, please do tell me so I can wait for you if need be. Never were good at articulating what I feel, so others interpreting my art is like they get it in a way I didn't even want think to think, and like it makes me go, yes, exactly. Oh man, I'm really happy this is working for you that way. That's really cool. Hang on, I put this away too early. The commentary for this one was, dealing with stress is something I don't do. It always builds up to the point where I physically get sick and then finally slow down, stay home, and wait it out. read somewhere that right time to rest is when... wait. Read somewhere that right time to rest is when don't have the time to rest? Still don't quite know how to actually apply it. Wait, I don't quite understand that one. The right time to rest is when you don't have time to rest, I guess. Well... Huh. The right time to rest is when you don't have time to rest. That is interesting. So, I could... Trying to interpret that, I could see it as either being like, you know, when you... Obviously, when you are really busy, you need rest. That's... Seems the most obvious. Another thing could be like, when you feel like you can't make time to rest, that's when you need to tell yourself like, hey, no, I can always make time because I need to, because like I can't keep functioning if I don't like recover, if I don't recover my strength. You need to rest when you feel like you can't rest. Yeah. Rest should be a non-negotiable thing. It is. It should be. That's why I was so appalled by the concept of double shifts. It shouldn't be a thing. Okay, well, I guess here's my submission. Which I guess is not a submission because every single time I call it a submission and then I'm like, oh, it's not a submission, or because I didn't submit it. I'm very clever, by the way. So, yeah. Oop. Yeah. I guess it... I have to admit, it kind of ended up being very much about the feeling of stress. But I do get a little bit into, like, my struggle with actually dealing with it. Managed to negotiate rest for the rest of the year. Nice. I hope you can use it well. So, yeah, this is kind of a bit of a representation of what Friday felt like, where, you know, the on a feeling basis, I was kind of like stressing the heck out and being overwhelmed and stuff. And it kind of, you know, tied up my neck, tied up my throat, and made me unable to really express anything about it. If it's negotiating for you to get some rest, is good, of course, yes. But then, of course, you know, it works out really well because that what's it called? That hesitancy, that what's the word? When you don't dare to do something. For once, I actually... Inhibition. That inhibition from, like, expressing your stress. You know, it ties off your brain from your oxygen supply, you know? Like, your lungs are used to express yourself, but they also are used to breathe and supply your brain with oxygen, and then your brain can't work, and then it just kind of ends up being like white noise in there. Hi there, Lankari. How are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, does anyone else have any thoughts on it? Because I'm still not getting any submissions, so, yeah, I think stream is about to end, unfortunately. You're so sleepy. Oh no, why are you sleepy? Why are you sleepy? Is there anything else to say? Yeah, it was a cool little example of how we were supposed to give submissions. Yeah, that was the whole point. That was the whole point. This, I mean, it's in nothing but a positive way, but the style you used for this with heavy sketchiness looks like the sort of design I'd see a taught topic when I was a kid. Yeah. I do love this style too. It's very, you know, it might be associated with something that is considered cringe, but like, you know, there's a reason why it was, why it became so popular, because it does really hit that spot. Well, seriously, I think the trapped inside imagery here is very well done. Thank you. I should have gone more. Man, I guess I should have explained the whole thing more, considering Miera didn't even like really know the concept. I kind of just assumed that everyone knows it. Hot topic could not be cringe. How dare you? Did I say that? I never said that. I'm sure I never said that. Very relatable, may feel frustrated and bottled up but can't express oneself. Mind is empty and throat is knotted. Yeah. Don't misconstrue that, by the way. I feel that the colors used for the torso is appropriate, going back to the one that said it looks like fire. High temperature equals high pressure, and if you don't let it out, it will keep building up. Ooh, even more. Yeah, even more, like, yeah. Good imagery for that. Like, yeah, the pressure keeps building up, and you need to let it out, not just in order to breathe, but also to, like, not explode. And there were moments during that stream where I almost exploded a little bit. Cause yeah, I should have taken my temperature earlier and noticed it was rising and that it was inhibiting me. And no. No, but I invented it in my mind that you did say it. Okay. Noted. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, a cool example of trusting the process is that, yeah, I shoved the sketch layer, I shoved the line art layer up a bit, and then I realized, hey, I could make the sketch layer a little bit offset, and then I did a little bit of doubling of the sketch layer with different colors to give it like this kind of sense of like kind of being out of focus. Which I think works well. Works pretty well, I think. Thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Well, yeah. That's that's about all I got. The word I would use for the vibe your offset sketch layer creates in this would be frayed. Frayed? Yeah, that's also a good one. I had something like that in mind for the mouth. Kind of frayed. Kind of, you know, used up. Wear and tear from the pressure. Yeah. Ideally, this should still have like a little bit more going on outside. Like there should still be a little bit of hang on. How about something like this, and then we do like no, that's not quite it. It's not quite it. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of a more this-ish one. This-ish, yes. Very this-ish. Wow. Maybe more red. More towards the red. Did you get submissions this stream? One. Only one. I guess everyone is, like, a little tired from, you know, it is the season. It is the season to be either not here or, like, dealing with other stuff. Can't end stream early, Valorant? No, I mean, I am gonna end it soon, but I feel like, you know, I just wanna finish this up here. Okay, there we go, now it looks much more complete. Oopsie daisy. Hang on. Turpentine? Not turpentine. Old brush. That is a good one. Okay. I love asking everyone to play Valorant, especially if they don't play FPS games. Right. Do you have posties anywhere? I do. On, especially Blue Sky, but also, you know, Twitter. That's like one of the few things I post on Twitter. We'll see if I can join again next time. I took a little art break because I was feeling overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff. Would have been fitting for the current subject though, yeah. Don't worry. There's no stress, no attendance is being taken. So, oh, hi there. Barky, I'm just here because I need an art stream to be able to draw. Oh, well, thank you. I don't mind that. Unfortunately, well, yeah, today's being cut a little bit short, but, yeah. Everyone on YouTube, I would love to see you again next time. Cause, yeah, we're done here. I don't have anything more to say. Sorry about that, Barky. We do these every Sunday, so if you like the vibe, please come back. And, yeah, take care, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh.